intent to comment prior to the start of the meeting. Comments are limited to 3 minutes per speaker. No more than 3 persons will be allowed to speak on any side of the issue. Should there be more than 3 people who wish to speak on a particular issue, they need to select more than 3 representatives not more than 3 representatives to speak for them, and the presiding officer may limit the public comments further in the interest of order of the meeting. Speakers may not pass their minutes to any other speaker. Comments should be relevant to city business and delivered in an official manner. No derogatory remarks will be permitted. Is there anybody here from the public who would wish to speak? The director, so there's nobody here to speak. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to the secretary for a report. You want to jump in?
Yeah, so I've attached the minutes, or Angie attached them. I went ahead and sent them to her, so they're in the red folder. Basically, we had a lot of housekeeping items. In our last meeting, we kind of tried to clean up the language on the agenda and make sure that, we're following protocol. And with that, I think it was Sabrina who sent us the bylaws, right? So you all should have had a copy of the bylaws sent to you over email just to review and make sure that when we hold these meetings, we're in compliance, and also gives you good context as to how LCUAS functions. So that's pretty much it for the Secretary's report. Put a motion to approve the minutes.
All those in favor? All those against? Motion passes. Treasurer's report?
Okay, so I handed out a statement of activity from September until yesterday. And so you'll see under revenue, we had it says sales of product income. That was actually a check that came in from Crime Stoppers from last year. There was a check for pumpkin patch, so they gave us that. And under services, that was $3,500, which was the symposium. That was put on when? Was the symposium?
Back in
May. For expenditures, contract and professional fees, executive director, and executive director. Insurance had to reissue a check for $215.60 because the other check got lost in the mail. Probably had to put a stop order on the previous check. And
that's to TML, right?
that's the two. And then $562.85. That's for software and apps. That's QuickBooks, and is almost $500 for SurveyMonkey, the app, the yearly subscription to SurveyMonkey. The volunteer application.
Basically, SurveyMonkey serves me as a database where I have all the data, all the info from our community.
That's it.
Okay, great. Can we, are we going to, do you want to move to the report? Are you ready?
The executive director?
I don't know. We have to approve these minutes. I mean, these,
Oh, okay.
Is everybody in favor of, somebody want to move to pass the, but not the budget, but the treasurer's report?
So,
All those in favor? All those against? Motion passes. Executive director report, Jose?
Hello, good afternoon. Here's my report. The first page is a cover page where you can see the 6 sectors or the 6 missions that we as an organization have, our reasons to read. And then I'm going to talk about some of my updates here. So I've been in communication with Tammy Yu. I had my second meeting a couple of weeks ago. I met with Dr. San Miguel, Tammy was proposed, with Ms. Mayra Hernandez, Samuel Flores, and Priscilla Cadena. So they want to revamp and rehabilitate the Tammy Garden, community garden, and we talked about these items. We talked about the irrigation system, physical plant, some resources that they have, and they are looking to post a work study or part-time position. And they basically, what they want us, what they want from LCUAS or from myself is to train this person that they hire in the near future, so that how can they run a community garden at Tammy. So we're in the first steps of the project. We need to come up with an MOU and probably a contract or something like that. And also, we started the Texas Master Gardener Program. I have two classmates here with me, Federico and Sabrina. Today is going to be our fourth class of this certification. And so we are establishing a new relationship with Texas AgriLife Extension, and I'm very happy about that. And also tomorrow we have our meeting with Amen Chan to know or to they have a notification to see if they fund us or for the Healthy Food System Coalition that we work and we put together. Another breaking news, during this coalition between WISC and Azteca Development Center and Northwest, they got funded, so we have a piece of the cake in that project. So we're very happy about that also. And in other notes, we attended the Mercado Saludable last weekend by Frontera View Garden, Bella Gourmet Foods, and Eco Palma. They were the organizers. So we met at the garden. It was a rain day, but I was blessed to have 5 wonderful volunteers that helped me harvest. And then in the afternoon, I attended the Mercado. Good results. We were sold out. Felipe from Juju's bought all the produce that I had available that day.
Who?
He's Felipe
the Juju's.
from Juju's, yeah. And we are participating also this coming Saturday. We are making plans to attend the Laredo Main Street Farmers Market. Also, we will meet in the garden Saturday morning to harvest, and then we go to the farmers market. Also, we are something called for sustainable practices. I'm super happy to report that the past 2-3 weeks we had visitors at the garden. Visit Laredo, visit the garden with Laredo Main Street, South Texas Food Bank, and Feeding America. Attended and we had a tour in the garden, and of course Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, the agent, local agent, who is now our friend. He came to the garden one day and took a look at the garden, and of course my wonderful volunteers that are always working the meetings there. And I also have something to inform about environmentally appropriate landscaping. There will be an open opportunity for a grant through Texas A&M Forest Service. The application window starts on December 11th, and the goal is to increase the tree cover in Texas school campuses and urban areas. Okay. So this is a very good opportunity, and I see a partnership between the city of Laredo, Texas AgriLife, Texas A&M, International, LCUAS, RISC, yes. So this is something that we have to get from you. And that's all I have to report right now. But before the meeting, Francisco informed me that you got a grant.
Since LCUAS is part of a partner agency with Bank now, we were awarded a grant for our partner agencies to supply them with equipment and supplies. We were awarded $644,000 from the state. So supplies, including any kind of office equipment or anything basically, ask and you shall have.
We leave the office.
Yeah. So it was a perfect timing right now. And this grant is, I think it's extending out all the way to 2025, so if you don't have anything to ask right now, we can do it later, not a problem. Okay?
So, hello. Based on the meeting from months ago, where we discussed having LCUS carve out a piece of Conseco House, Dr. Chamberlain was one here, so.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Sorry, I was looking at it.
It's like over.
He's not that skinny.
I was, delighted myself. So, we both understood that Parks Department was gonna help with that, and understanding that they haven't. So, we will make that happen so that you can have some type of space in the Conseco. Nobody is using that space. So it makes perfect sense. And what we need to work out in MOU or whatever we need to do, let's get the ball rolling and see what we can do to accommodate you, because it's right next to the garden. It makes total sense. And I apologize.
And now having some funds that
Yeah.
aren't gonna hit the general fund, it
Yeah.
makes it even better, so.
Yeah.
So, you got the ordinance that I sent to you with the highlighted stuff that basically, not basically, we're a local government corporation, so it's an extension of the city. The city just needs to say, move in there.
I was sharing with
Yes,
council
yes,
member.
yes.
They just need to say, hey, there's your space, go and do what you need to do. It's a strange thing to have an MOU, because the MOU is gonna be with the city,
I don't know, I don't know if that's even that. So
Yeah.
I will
With
contact
legal.
legal, to find out what's next step is. So instead of going through departments, we'll just contact legal and just
I
say,
mean,
okay, that's the time.
ultimately, I think the only thing would be the custodian of keys. We're passing the keys to somebody, so there will need to be some type of documented information between LCUAS and the city of Laredo that these keys are being presented to you, so that you are in charge of those, and we know who's in charge of opening and closing the facility, because that's for security purposes. So I don't think, other than that, that should be the only thing. As I was telling council member, if they don't have the furniture there at the LCUAS, a lot of us have stuff in storage that we can potentially afford, but the health department, conference room, auditorium is always the second home to host you all.
Thank you.
Now, I do know that, and they can correct me, but this building right now has all the Christmas decorations, so they're pulling stuff out.
Creo que ya,
So-
I think they removed the,
Okay, you saw them too.
creo que.
See if there's anything hidden in the back that could be.
Or it's like, what's ideal, to go in while they pull out everything, or go in after they put it back, or, just, I don't know.
Oh, they got the Conseco House?
Yeah.
No, better to let them pull it all out and then go in and say, you gotta find a different space.
So,
Conseco House.
they're all filled, all the rooms are
I
filled?
physically haven't been there, so I couldn't tell you, but I heard that they and stuff.
Oh.
The address the address for the organization, the 501c3, the IRS has it as Conseco House.
House, that's right, which was filed by the city. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like the MOU, there's an MOU, it's like the city is signing both pages.
Right, right.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, so, if you could, what can we do? Is there a meeting that we need to be at?
I think it's just get, like Dr. Chamberlain was saying, it's just getting the keys essentially.
Okay.
And I'll find out how quickly that can happen, so.
And then it would just be like the city sponsoring, of course, the utilities, which they already do technically through parks. and that just being ironed out, that the city is still responsible for the utilities, and all the great work that comes out of LCUAS is what comes out of that building. But I can't make that decision, so we'll leave it to council member to drive it, and I'll definitely support you with what you need.
Wherever you tell us to go, we'll be there.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Well, that was great
I'm
news.
super happy that after 3 years, todo se está acomodando como debe ser.
So can I? This is a one-minute day. Okay. Anyway, so what we need to do for the first time, because it's the first time it's been on its own to executive session, and in order to do that, only members of the board could be here, or their proxy. Okay, let the record show Maida has come.
Before you go into executive session, I did request that Mr. Ned to see if he was able to attend. He was not able to attend, but he is working on some funding issues for LCOS. And he would like for the organization to prepare a request for contingent use of funds so that he has some kind of outline on how he can proceed. So I don't know if that happens in executive session or not. But that's his
It's
request.
everything that's in the bylaws, and these 6 things, and so that's what you're.
So for card number type of thing that he can then make determination or make decisions on. Can you help with that?
Yeah, so, what would I?
It's a budget, he wants a budget,
Oh, okay, okay.
right?
Yes.
Basically, that's what it
Yeah, well, now we have to
He
go
wants to
through
outline the
things.
funds.
Yeah, like the funds are gonna go to the 6 buckets and what we do in each and how it's funded. And his, obviously the employee compensation, and things like that. That's all.
I guess what would strengthen it, if I may, would have a little narrative attached to it, like, we're gonna buy 6 of these to use for this, we're gonna buy 2 of these to use for this, so just in an Excel spreadsheet, you can list out what it would be used, what exactly items that might be used or purchased, and then a little narrative, 1-2 sentences at the max, to have the justification attached to it as to where the funds are gonna be utilized.
So mostly it's capacity though.
Yeah, very simple.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if it's not an item, it's a support, that's fine too. Just
Yeah.
have a narrative.
Okay.
That's really, yeah. I think it's pretty simple to work with.
Your local government.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
And we'll do,
Go ahead.
go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just questioning the executive session, because I know that we had, a meeting legal until the city could not do it.
This isn't a committee of the city of Laredo, it's a local government corporation of the city of Laredo.
So we can't?
Well,
He's,
He said,
I'm saying that in mine, we couldn't, because it was only for personnel issues, and we didn't have any personnel.
Is it a local government corporation?
No, it was our,
It's like an advisory committee? Planning and zoning?
it was a committee.
Oh, business district?
How else can we help you here?
Variances, we go.
Oh, okay.
Board of Adjustments, thank you, Board of Adjustments. And, they wanted to go into executive session to talk about an employee, and legal came and said,
An employee that doesn't work for them?
an employee that works for the city,
Oh,
so we can do that, so I'm just
Yeah.
throwing that out there, I don't know what that is.
well, that's not the case here.
Mhm.
So, anybody who doesn't have a proxy or is governs you?
Yeah.
So, no, you can stay.
For executive session?
Yes, you can stay because you're the council person.
Yeah, but, okay.
It's only about the board.
I have Christine here, I'll be floating in and out, so we'll have staff outside with our lunch, I'm just, sorry, bear with me.
So we need a motion to go into executive.
Is that, we need a motion to go into executive session? All those in favor, motion first, I can't make the motion. Okay, Maya, Fernandez made the motion. All those in favor?
I'm just,
protecting.
All those against?